Discounted airfares to Cairns are part of a tourism rescue package for Far North Queensland. Joining me live to discuss this is Sky News travel editor Des Houghton. Des, good to see you. So a $5 million funding agreement between the state and federal government. Qantas and Jetstar will discount one-way flights to Cairns from most parts of Australia until the end of March. The state government said discounted accommodation packages would also be made available in the coming weeks. Tourism, we know, so important to Far North Queensland, so a welcome boost there, and hopefully these cheap flights will make people rethink Bali and Fiji.
Yes, there's some real bargains to be had, Kenny. You can get from Brisbane to Cairns for $79. So I would say that represents good value. I've been trolling some of the websites too for holidays, and some of the 4- and 5-star luxury accommodation houses heavily discounted, almost, half price. The cyclone did cause great losses in the area, and it's still not back. But I'm told this morning that 90% of places have reopened.
Des, when you get cyclones coming through, I mean, one of the first things that goes is roads tend to be cut. Do we know the conditions of the roads between Cairns and Port Douglas? Are they all back open?
No, they're not, Kenny, and it is a problem, but they've found a wonderful solution to this. The road from Cairns to Palm Cove and Port Douglas is cut, but the big reef ships that have been taking people out to the reef are actually providing a service from Cairns all the way to Port Douglas, and it takes about an hour and a half, and apparently it's a wonderful trip. And it's being used by holiday makers and tradesmen going up there, and other people are doing that. Or you can travel from Cairns inland and go a bit further around through Mareeba.
Well, when there's a will, there's a way. We saw a large drop in bookings on the far north coast following the severe weather, and a lot of tourism and hospitality staff we know were laid off. What's the situation with staff with these cheap flights coming back on? Are they all going to have to be rehired?
Well, I suppose that's up to the individual operators, but so far there's 1,600 people have been stood down, and they will gradually be re-employed. These cyclones are funny things. It's caused a fear factor in other parts of Queensland where there have been hardly any rain at all. For instance, 800 kilometres away, Hamilton Island, they've lost $10 million worth of bookings to people who are just frightened of what may happen there. And I can tell you today that I hear on the grapevine that Qantas is about to release a package where they are offering 50% discounted fares to Hamilton Island and Airlie Beach, as well as Cairns. So there's some more good news for people who want to go to that part of the world as well, the Whitsundays, as well as Far North Queensland.
Yeah, some cheap Queensland holidays on offer at the moment. Des Houghton, thanks so much for coming on the program this morning.
All the best, Kenny.